Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we're back with another slime video. And today, in what is now a two-part, well, technically three-part, I guess, video series, we're going to be going over some alternate teams that you can use for this latest Jubilee Catalyst 12. So I've already put out my video going over how to be, the tippity-top premium point-getting teams with the space and the new meta win team. But obviously, even I recommended that people don't summon for this win meta. So obviously their Jubilee scores are going to suffer, and they will not look like what is on the screen right now. But I did go through and I did record 3 attempts with other teams that you can use that won't score highly, but at least will score, and you can get some kind of reward out of Jubilee, right? Because that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants crystals. No one actually cares about the ranking in this, because it doesn't mean anything. You want those sweet, sweet magic crystal rewards from ranking anywhere. So, we got the space team, we have an alternate wind team, and then we have a really, really sad showing for the earth team. Sad but true. That's going to be the worst one that I've ever done. But, it's rough. It's very rough if you don't have the wind units. But again, I don't recommend you summon for the wind units because of this one Jubilee. Not a smart move. So, without further ado, let's dive into the first team, which I believe is the space team. Alright, so here is the first team. We're just gonna brute force the crap out of the stage with the space team and just stack and stack and stack until Rimuru dies. Thankfully, Milim is a magic damage dealer, so she does not get nerfed here. So one thing to keep in mind is that we're only showing 3 teams here, right? We're showing 3 different metas: space, earth, and alternate wind with none of the new units. I don't recommend using the water team or the light team because Rimuru has a crap ton of pierce resistance, which is what the light and water teams are built upon. So I tried the light team and it was awful. It was actually hell. So don't use the light team. The dark team is just not strong enough. Even with Diablo 2.0, it's just not good enough to run. It just doesn't have what you need. And then the fire team is just in a sad, sorry state. It is now the absolute worst team in the meta, and it needs its rerun. Hopefully it comes after this water meta, and hopefully it's good, because the fire meta honestly was not overly powerful besides Fire Milim, who is now mostly replaced for 80% of content. So that's why we don't show off those 3 teams. Trust me, I did try them. These are the best ones. These are the best ones that score you at least something, right? Everything else was death or terrible score. So let's go ahead and unpause this. So obviously, stacks of Veldora is important, getting enough points to use all 3 of the big boosts from Milim, and Hero, and then the Drago and Crit. But mostly it's just the stacking up so you can actually do damage. Now, we do have Wind Milim here, and she is a wind unit, and she is also a magic damage dealer, so keeping her up front as much as possible to do your final 150 or 200% boosted hits is important for your score, because it will add something to it, instead of just straight up attacking with 3 space units, because you will get weakness damage, just not a lot of it, but you will still get some, which will, is points are points, right? So, Hero in for Carrion, because she's just stronger. She's physical, but both Milims are magic, so we're going to send Wind Milim last, following, the advice that I literally just got done talking about. And she does 3,100 damage versus Space Milim doing 3,000. So it is, a little bit more, but hey, every little bit counts. So oranges are sadly nerfed for a good amount of time starting out. But we kind of have to go with what we got. So 1 stack of Eldora down. And now we're gonna do what we have to do to get as much blue hands as we can, which sadly I don't think works out for me very well. I don't have a green orb changer here, and the game wants to give me greens. It'll give me 4 blues and 2 greens, and there's another green coming, so you know that the next hand is also not going to be a 6-hand of blue. So there's another stack of Eldora. We're just going to send the blues, and maybe we can get a full hand of greens, because the game has jokes. So, does that work out for me? Kinda. Mostly. We just kind of flip-flop colors, so now we got 4 green and 2 blue instead of 4 blue and 2 green, so... Game still has jokes. Thank you so much. So we're on turn 4. Definitely not killing turn 3. Definitely also not killing turn 6. We're going to kill when we are ready to kill. And I think for this run, I may have made a mistake and I nuked too early because he still had his hefty defense skill up. So maybe I could have pushed one more turn here. At this point, turn bonus is not really a thing that you're concerning yourself with. You're just concerning yourself with killing. So waiting another turn isn't really going to harm you that much. So we have a 5-hand of blue here. Again, still keeping Windmill here. She has 4 orbs here, and an alt is she going to get, so we're going to look pretty good. And then I swap her out like an absolute goddamn fool. Why did I do that? Okay, well, funny, hilarious. Good job, Joker. I'm so proud of you. So proud of past me for misplaying like that. But, I mean, we do kind of have to get the alt, and we do actually have a good send here. Did I just say we didn't have a green orb changer and we have Frey? Wow, I suck. Why do you watch my videos? I'm awful. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what teams I brought. Alright, well, that's hilarious. In a very painful way. Oranges are no longer nerfed now, so that's cool. We have Millam's alt, which means that we can send her away so she doesn't have to take any extra damage. But not without using Drago first. Always gotta use Drago first. Doesn't actually matter. Not really, no, but because we're gonna have like 260 points to play with maximum, so send her away, bring Windmill back, follow the advice. A 5-hand of hero cards is interesting, and we have maximum 260 skill points, so we can definitely nuke here. But now he has his defense skill, which I think is where my misplay happens, is that I decide to nuke. But I probably should have just waited. So we're going to use the alt boost. I think he loses his defense boost on like turn 9 or 10. So, meh. Could have gone later. We did it sooner. Did our damage suffer a little bit? Yeah. But I don't know. I'm guessing a lot of you don't have level 100 everybody, so maybe your units are hurting a little bit more than mine are right now. So we're just going to Hail Mary and send everything that we can. So we've got, I think, what, 4 stacks of Eldora. It's decent. Maybe we could have waited, in the turn, gotten 5 stacks. But we've already committed to using everything, so we might as well send it all. Send the 2 greens, the alt. 19,000 on her ult, or her orb is not bad. I wish we had more of it. And then the hero alt does decent damage, and then Millam comes in for 137.5. So definitely good damage, what I'm used to seeing out of Space Millam. And our score ends up being 27-9. So, I mean, is it as good as my Wind EX score? Obviously not. Is 27-9 a respectable score for EX not using the Wind team? Absolutely. I think it's just fine. And I think if you don't have the Wind team, then you can just use the Space team and bulldoze the crap out of it, just like the Space team bulldozes everything else. Just like all the normal battles. So that is one example. Let's move on to the next team, which is a Wind team, but none of the new units. Alright, here is the second team, the Wind/Space team again, but with Wind Veldora. And we are going to stack his alt boost up as much as possible. Get that extra 50% to stack and capitalize on Millam's 70% for 120%. And then we can also use Hakuro to lower Rimuru's defense down, which actually will come in handy. And then we've got the crit, and then we've got the attack boost. We've kept Frey here because it is a Frey / trainee hand to open with on turn 1, so she's useful. You definitely don't need to bring her, though. You can just run with the 4 blues, and then maybe bring, if you have her, like Octogram Romorus, 1 for the heal, and 2 for that extra little bit of wind attack boost that she gives. Or if you did summon and you did pull trainee, then you could replace Frey for trainee, and she's doing double duty because she's got the special orb change and she's got the wind boost. But if you don't, it's okay. So let's go ahead and start this battle up. Hakuro is not magic damage, so there is already an issue with you doing good damage with him. Milim is still here, and she does good magic damage, but Hakuro will suffer, and I believe the score is less than the Space team, but more than the Earth team, because my Earth team was hot garbage for this stage. Sad but true. So, let's, it's just stacking Veldora. But this time, instead of like choosing to not stack anymore with Space Veldora, we do want all 5 stacks of Wind Veldora to maximize that ult damage. So, first hand, full blue, that's good. Let's bring both the wind units in, that way we can capitalize on weakness damage here. Gonna send Wind Milim last, of course, because she's magic. So 16, 31, and then 37. So definitely Milim putting in the work now. And then 79.96 on that 200% orb. It's pretty good. And we have almost 2 stacks of Veldora to start out with. So we can pop 30 points off the bat, plus this cap increase. So we're looking okay. And it's literally just stack. We could probably fast forward through this entire fight. In fact, I think I will, because you're stacking Veldora. What more do you want me to tell you? Let's go through this. Alright, we're on turn 7 now. And we are not quite ready, because we don't have a Hakuro ult. And we need 1 more stack of Veldora. So, do we hold on to Milim here? We don't. So we're going to send both the Hakuro and Milim ults at the same time, once we can use everything. So we're now on turn 8. We don't have the meter, though. We also have not used the rewind, which maybe I probably could have used that earlier and maybe got it a little faster, but still we're in the phase where he has his defense skill up, so it doesn't really matter. Turn 9, we'll get protection gauge from both the hero and Milim. Not anymore, never mind. So we're just gonna, we're gonna send people away. Okay. We've sent everyone away. And oh, I think we're trying to protect them from the ult. That's what we were doing. So we're gonna send the 2 blues, we'll get the final gauge for Veldora, and also protect our 2 damage dealers from getting ulted again, which he doesn't really do that much damage, thankfully, with his ult. Space Rimuru is looking very, very bad, and that is also very, very bad getting hit again, but this is the last turn, right? So we don't have as many big buffs to use here, so we don't need literally everything. But we're going to send everything anyways, because we're going to wait for that defense buff to go away on turn 10. Okay, so turn 10 is where that goes away. We'll still have max points. We've already capped out on Veldora, so literally we're just waiting out that skill. So here, it's fine. And now we have 220 points. We can definitely use the ult boost, the crit boost, and the attack boost, and then the defense lowering from Hakuro. So go ahead and make sure that what's going on here. Oh, we're checking HP right there. So Hakuro comes in for Frey, and then we will use the crit boost and the defense lower, and then we'll get Rimuru in for his attack boost. So we're actually decently buffed right here. 120% to ults, 40% attack, defense is down by like 40% or something like that. So 12,000 on a normal hit from Milim is very good. 18,000 for that 150%. Her ult does 68,000, pretty good. And then Hakuro comes in with like I think 90. Yeah, 91.9. So definitely not bad. Not bad at all, just, waiting till turn 10. And 23.5. What was our space score? Is this higher? This might be. I'd have to go check. So 23,059 points right here. Again, pretty respectable for the team. But let's move on to the final team. Okay, so this is the last team that I used. And I actually had to go back into the recording to make sure that this was the team that I used, because I think I was drunk when I built this team and I recorded it. Because one, I am missing one of the protection gauge characters, and two, why on God's green earth am I using Earth Millum in a battle slot? I don't know. Like I said, I was outside my mind when I did this, but I recorded it, so why not put it in? You could very easily just do the same team that we did with like the Wind team and use Valentine as the nuker instead of Wind Hakuro, but I think I wanted a variety of protectors, so here we are, I guess, for better or worse. So it is what it is, and here's the gameplay. Okay, so we're using Hakuro, which already isn't really a smart idea because oranges are nerfed for many turns in this. So I guess we're just capitalizing on stacking as many buffs as we possibly can on Valentine and then nuking. I'm going to let you know right now, this team was not good. Not good. I don't recommend you use it. It's here because it's an alternate team, and that is about it. I think we kill turn 12. I don't think our ult actually kills, so we finish it off with normals. This was a terrible run. Why am I even including it in this video? I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. So, I don't even know what to say about this team. There are so many mistakes and misplays that I made along the way in this recording that I'm actually kind of embarrassed. So, getting greens out of the way, we're getting Hakuro stacks, which I guess is cool. It really doesn't matter. Like, why did I bring Earth Mill instead of, like, Carrion or another buffing unit? That, like, I don't know. I'm just a clown. So, I guess I brought her for the orb changing? I guess if you don't have Carrion, this works? I don't know. Turn 4 already, and we are nowhere close to having ults or doing any significant amount of damage. So we're going to send the blues, and we're just going to hold on to maximum skill points and almost full double protection meter. Still sending Millum, Wind Millum last though, so I mean, there's some logic. Alright, taking some damage there. He doesn't like Valentine. And now orange is not nerfed, but of course we have almost an entire hand of Millum. So what I do is I use my brain for once and I swap out Valentine and I just send the one green orb for the hero because we have another Millum orb coming in. So next turn I have a full 6-card send of Valentine, even though I think the oranges are nerfed now? No, they're not. Okay, good. So now we've got a 6-card send of Valentine. Now we're guaranteed to get her ult. I could have used Hakuro. It wouldn't really make a difference, would it? Not really. So, gonna go ahead and send it. Now we can at least have her ult, and then we can start buffing her up and sending her away. Really, there's only one buff that we need to keep on her, which is the Rimuru buff, because the hero buff we want to use on the same turn, the ult boost we have to use on the same turn, and the magic damage boost we have to use on the same turn. So as long as we have, 125 points, whatever turn I decide to nuke, then we're good. Since we're already going to use the Rimuru buff. So we're going to bring Rimuru in. We're not going to bring Rimuru in, we're just going to ult, because we're probably going to get Valentine's ult again, either this turn or the next turn. So I guess we'll just send it and chip damage away. Alright, so 9,900 damage. Excellent. Alright, so we almost have an ult for her. We have no orbs for her, though, so, I mean, look at that. We're going to swap her out for everybody, I guess, because they're getting kind of low. And the ult is coming in, so I guess we just have to pray. We're going to send the 2 hero orbs, pray that we get another Valentine orb hand that we actually end up getting. So that's 2 full hands of Valentine we've gotten now. So in you go. The oranges are now nerfed, but it doesn't matter because we're literally 1 orb away from getting her ult. So doesn't matter. We're on turn 9. We're going to use the rewind. Okay. Alright, we're going to rewind, we're going to attack buff, and we're going to magic boost. Heavy misplay right there for me. Because it's not like I can ult with her right now on the rewind, and then the magic boost will go away. So just chalk it up to another message of I'm crazy and I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. So, cool, the rewind happened. We're going to send her away from her magic resistance debuff. Don't ask me why. No wonder she didn't hit as hard as I thought she would when we did this. I don't know. Don't use this team. It's here so you guys can laugh at me fail, because I also fail. Not everything is sunshine and rainbows doing these runs, right? And you've seen Jubilee's run or Jubilee streams from me before, right? You know I mess up a lot. I am in no means perfect in my thinking or strategies. So that is why I outsource a lot of it to the big sweaty tryhards and I just steal their strategies. So, alright, I guess we're using everything here, sans the magic resistance down. And look at his health. He has like a third of it left. You know what we don't do here? Is kill. Sadly enough. I mean, the oranges are nerfed, but only by gauges. Their damage is still the same. So, we're doing crits. We're doing guaranteed crits, and we're still doing crap for damage because his defense is so high. 4,400 on a 200% boost, and Valentine does 72 and doesn't kill. So, sad. Alright, so here we go. We've got a 4-card send to Valentine. We're going to magic boost again, and then I believe this cleans it up. And then we can take a look at my absolutely pathetic score. It doesn't even kill. We can clean... I lied. We clean it up with an ult. Look at that. Valentine's ult killed. Look at that. Proof. Video proof right there. What's my sad score? 12.6 at a B rank. Don't use this team. Use the space team. Use the Hakuro Wind Veldora stacking team that will get you at least some amount of points. And I did this on EX, so you would realize that if it works on EX, it will work on Boss Battle 3 and 2. So just take these 2 teams, don't count this team, and run with it. Use what you can, score whatever you can, and then run away with whatever crystals you get from the ranking rewards. But that's it for me, guys. Hopefully you found some of this video useful. Maybe not this last segment, but some of it useful. Let me know in the comments below how your scores are doing. Are you going to place where you want to be, or how trash you think this win meta is? Let me know, but that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.